In this video, we'll understand the current energy in a short amount of time. Peace to the collective, peace to the tribe. My name is Kyrie, and I care about your spiritual development.
You are traveling with the Hood Mystic. Time to tap in now.
You are now tapped in with the Hood Mystic. Your favorite astrologer's favorite astrologer.
Venus and Mercury are going to be in sidereal Scorpio, while Mars is going to be in sidereal Taurus, while Saturn will be in sidereal Capricorn. So we have Venus in Scorpio, Mars is ruling Scorpio, Mars in Taurus, Venus is ruling Taurus. This sounds like some trading places energy. But let's deal with this opposition in layers. We're going to look at it from the mundane, spiritual, and magical. Oppositions feel like conjunctions, but much, much weirder. Kind of like being in a relationship or a long distance relationship. You're feeling connected to this person, but they're just not there. First, let's deal with it from the mundane perspective. If you're in a relationship, Mars opposed Venus might be some distance in the relationship, but let's call it healthy distance. Let's call it not being codependent. Let's call it being interdependent within your relationship. In the most mundane sense, it could mean more traveling for the masculine energy and more homebodying, more getting the house together for the feminine energy. If the masculine handles itself in the physical world towards energy, this is going to support the scorpionic energy that Venus and Mercury, which could represent the mother and the child, in the space of alchemy, making the home better, trying to do some home improvements, some cleaning up, but just making sure that the home environment is super livable is what Venus conjunct Mercury in a mundane sense and Scorpio could represent. Let's deal with the spiritual. Venus conjunct Mercury in Scorpio allows us to tap into our maternal DNA, which gives us wisdom, advice, and things that help us move on outside of our own conscious mind. Because when you think about it, just relying on your own conscious mind, you wouldn't really know stuff. You got to get advice from other people. Sometimes when you get advice from people, that's still a limit. But now you can get advice from the ancestors, your spirit guide, and from your soul. And that is the ultimate advice. So in our previous videos, we talked a lot about releasing and clearing the mind so you could be able to receive from the divine sources that are available and present right now. When you think about an opposition, it's somebody that is very close to you, but far away. So we could talk about oppositions in the space of quantum mechanics. Quantum mechanics says that two distant objects can have the same reaction to the same stimuli. You have to be mindful and strong enough to know that you can have everything you want, which leads us into the magical understanding. Give us a comment on something that you're learning. As spiritual beings, we can never get so caught up in life that we stop learning. Right now, I'm learning how to edit videos more creatively, making sure that you have fun when watching this video. If you've been enjoying this video so far, go ahead and leave me a like. I really appreciate it. It helps the algorithm and it helps me support my 4 small children. When doing a magical working in reference to Mars opposing Venus, it teaches us something about what we want. Be mindful of your emotions. If you're not feeling good right now, it could mean that you are not going in the right directions that is in alignment with your spirit and your soul. And if you don't know, it is time to get some quiet time, relaxation time, so you could begin to understand what it is that your soul, spirit guides, and ancestors want for you if you have no idea. Use this as a magical working to know that there is an invisible spiritual world out there working for you in tandem, making sure that you manifest the best life possible. This is the time to bring about exactly what you want. The gateways, the portals, the veil, everything. It is wide open. But spiritual beings have beaten themselves up so long that they don't even recognize the magical workings that is taking place in this day and time. In summary and conclusion, Mars and sidereal Taurus encourage us to act in our best behalf. Act as if we know that we are abundant, prosperous, and everything is going to work out in our favor. If you imagine that things aren't going to work in your favor, you will not take advantage of this Mars energy. Venus in Scorpio shows how love can drastically improve our lives, our business lives, our personal lives, you name it, as long as you're open to it and willing to work for it. So many times people say they want stuff, but they're not actually willing to put in the work to get it. So Venus in Scorpio, I want what I want. Mars in Taurus, I'm willing to put in the work. So go into this week putting the work in for what you want and know that you can get it. Do not feel bad that things aren't the way that you want them to be, because that can be the ultimate block to absolutely getting what you want. If you find yourself struggling this week, 10 times out of 10, you haven't learned what you needed to learn to take you to the next level. As spiritual beings, we can get the big head syndrome and imagine that we know everything that we need to know, but at the same time, severely limit ourselves by not learning new information that'll help us level up. My name is Kyrie, and I care about your spiritual development.